John A. Do you think that Hubbard realized that he was a bad filmmaker, or do you think that because of ego, which perhaps all of us have to some extent, he convinced himself that his work was really good? I have absolutely no question that Hubbard thought he was the world's master at film and cinematography, because he pretty much said that in his issues and writings. Hubbard claimed one time that he didn't follow trends, he set them. Because he had done a soundtrack for a movie called Man the Unfathomable, which was one of the first films, I think, that Golden Era, which was Hubbard's name for his, the film studio that he started in the late 70s. One of the first films they produced was this movie where they shot it with all natural light, and they used in the soundtrack natural sounds of animals and birds and bees and stuff like that. And Hubbard got some special recording equipment and music equipment to be able to play these sounds, right? And then this was used in a couple different places, and Hubbard bragged about how he had created that, which he hadn't. So that was his attitude, right? He was very narcissistic, and he had a megalomania going on. So it was more than just a regular person's ego or pride. Hubbard had a very exaggerated sense of his own value and importance. So as far as the films go, absolutely, he thought he knew more than anybody else, and he wrote issues which have never really seen the light of day outside the Church of Scientology. I've actually only seen one or two of them. Like one or two. He wrote what were called cine EDs, cine for cinema, for gold, where he wrote about color and lighting and camera work and how to do all this stuff. And I don't know where Hubbard learned any of that stuff. I mean, he was around some film studios in the 40s, but Hubbard was no film school graduate, and he was certainly no Spielberg, right? I mean, the films that Hubbard directed were laughably horrible. I mean, horrible. So, and we had to sit and watch these things over and over and over again within the church because they were training films. They were meant to demonstrate Scientology principles and how to do Scientology auditing. And, and Hubbard had directed them himself. Most of those films got remade over the years, and the old films got sort of done away with. So anyway, that was Hubbard's view on films and pretty much everything that he did. So there you go.